Hi, this is ADM of LawClarity.com. If you're watching this, chances are you or a loved one has suffered an injury because of a medical mistake. If that's so, I'm sorry to hear that, but I appreciate you checking out this video to get the ball rolling in terms of what you need to do to get your life back in order. So, when a medical mistake occurs, the real question is, who pays the financial burden for that medical error? A lot of people are very reluctant to go after their physicians, go after their hospitals when a medical mistake happens because they've developed a relationship with that physician, and rightly so. That's how it should be. But again, when a mistake happens, really the only question is, who is going to carry the burden for that mistake? Say if you're not able to continue working, or if in the worst case you've lost a loved one, or if you end up with a lot more medical bills because of that mistake. The question is, who pays? And is it going to be you? Will you carry that burden? Sometimes maybe a lifelong burden. Or is it going to be the insurance company? The insurance company is paid premiums. That's what premiums for medical malpractice are for the insurance company to take responsibility for that risk. So that's really what we're talking about here, is that when you get a medical negligence attorney, what you're doing is going after the insurance company to hold them to their end of the bargain, that they're going to cover that risk of the injury that you've suffered. And so you're going to need professional legal advice. The insurance companies have teams of lawyers working against you, and they start out right away whenever an error is made. So you're going to need a professional attorney. And you're going to need information in terms of what your rights are, what you're going to need to do. But of course, it can be kind of bewildering. There are all kinds of obnoxious advertisements in the back of the yellow pages for attorneys. There are hundreds and hundreds of websites. Where do you start? There's a lot of information there. And in the meantime, you're trying to cope with the situation that you've had at hand. And that's why I started LawClarity.com as a one-stop source, both to answer your questions about medical negligence, what it is, what you need to do to prepare for your case, and at the same time to find an attorney. So again, you want to go to www.lawclarity.com, and I'll tell you a little bit about it. Okay, so to get to LawClarity.com, obviously, we just type in LawClarity.com up here, and here we are. I'm just going to give you a quick tour. So when you get here, we'll click here on got an article for you here on medical negligence attorney help. I think you'll find these interesting. Covers some of the basic information that you're going to need to look at when you start talking about moving the ball forward. And then I've got a really terrific resource here for you. And that's right here. When you get to the first page, find an expert local attorney for your legal issue. This is such a great thing. You're going to want a local attorney, because obviously you're going to have meetings with this attorney. The attorney is going to need to have access to your documents, to the hospital's documents. You want somebody where it's pretty convenient, but you also want an expert. So there again, how do you find that person? Well, here's the resource I have for you. Go to this Find an Expert Local Attorney for your legal issue. Click right here. And that's going to bring up this form. You fill out this form, and you're going to get matched with a local attorney in your area with the expertise to cover your particular need. So take a moment, do that. There's no obligation, and get the ball rolling, because the worst thing that you can do is to do nothing. Again, like I say, there are already attorneys working full on against you, so don't give them too much of a head start. Again, thanks for checking out this video. The website is www.lawclarity.com.